So if you were to, like, what's the most interesting use of drones? So I get like the seating that he talked about. I get the thermal, but what's used that would be interesting?
I really like hearing about the underwater drones. That's something else that like the department has. Hearing all the stories about like him taking drones under ice and underwater.
So they have done that. That's not in development.
Yes, they have that, and that's all like you're seeing through the camera, so that you can obviously track where you are. And yeah, he's told us stories about like chasing fish around with those and everything, and that's cool. That's like the most interesting part to me is some of that.
This summer, actually, I talked to a few farmers, and in the farming industry, it is becoming huge. I mean, I went by and I stopped by these two guys who do their own spraying. They spray pesticides and insecticides using drones. So they would go to these 20-acre fields, not these huge, massive ones, but for these 20-acre fields, they can get it done in 20 minutes, and they go up and they don't have to touch the drone at all. They go up, they tell the drone where to spray, what to do, and the drone just goes off, does it, sprays it. They come back every 7 minutes. They fill it back up with insecticide and pesticides, and just like that. So that's already eliminating the use of planes in some areas. So
I am in the natural resource management discipline in environmental science, and something that's up and coming is using drones for prescribed burning. So typically when you do prescribed burn, you do exterior lighting by humans, and if you can get a drone and get an ignition on the drone and do an interior lighting, that's so much safer, and it's just better for the people in managing the prescribed burn as well.
And they're doing that now?
Yeah, but not in the state of Wisconsin. It's currently illegal in the state, but it's everywhere else it's happening. And so using fire ecology and fire management with drones is definitely up and coming and very exciting, for sure.
One of my father's friends, actually, he does stuff for like people who build bridges and stuff like that. And a cool ability that drones can have is they can go up and stitch photos together and create 3D mapping. So what these drones can do is you can get 3D models straight from, you can put the pictures that you get from these drones, turn them into 3D models so that people can build these bridges and build these things that get built in real life and try out different designs right from 3D, and you don't even have to spend an ounce, you know.
Really
so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We went to like the racing competition, and they had some like the top racers in the country there, and these like the organizers like point them out, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's the fastest guy in the world," and it's like a 16-year-old, and I was really confused at first until I realized after like talking to the organizers and everything, they were telling us that the Army recruits so heavily there that pretty much once they turn 18, they're already recruited into the military, since they're so good at flying. So all the fastest people are always in high school because they get recruited to join the military after. So I thought, I don't know, that made sense to me, but it was also like insane. A whole different like sort of aspect to this where people are working on hives of drones that all are connected to each other. So instead of the drone talking to the controller, the drones talk to each other and make sure that they're avoiding each other and kind of working in unison.
An example of this is what people have been doing instead of fireworks for 4th of July. They've been using drones, and so they use that hive mind connection with each other. Yeah.
And that is so cool. Yeah, have you seen those drone
Yeah, the light shows
like,
with drones.
Yeah.
You seen those?
Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.